I've built houses, I've built farms, I've built towers, but today I'm attempting something I've never done before. We are building my very first ever mountain. This isn't just a hill, it's going to be massive, immersive peak that would change the skyline of this world forever. It's a huge project and honestly, it's a little intimidating. If you want to see how this landscape transforms, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now so you can follow the journey. We've got thousands of blocks to collect and place, but we're going to conquer this project the only way I know how, by the block. Okay, before we do anything, we need to go and tackle the wither. And unlucky for me, that means about 5 hours worth of sitting in the nether waiting for a skeleton drop. For you, that's like a couple seconds, so good for you. This process took an incredibly annoying and boring amount of time, but after like 6 hours, we got one skull. After a little while longer, we ended up getting our second one. At around hour 8, we finally got the last and final wither skeleton skulls. After doing some research, I found the easiest way to kill the wither skeleton is by getting it trapped inside the bedrock on the nether roof, so I ended up clearing some space to try and find a good flat area to fit it. We started by forming it flat on some obsidian, so once we spawn it fully, it spawns inside the bedrock, and when it explodes, it doesn't destroy anything under it. If you plan on doing the same method, let me remind you to not touch the wither while it's getting hurt, because if you do, it's going to probably push him out of the bedrock, so just let the bedrock do its thing. This process takes just about 5 minutes, so it's the quickest and easiest way of doing this. After getting home, it was finally time that we build our beacon, because we have a lot of stone to start digging out. First step for the mountain is to collect a booty load of stone. An ungodly amount of stone. An unearthly amount of stone. After taking a break collecting all that stone, I built a small snowman farm, which it was harder than I thought it would be because I'd never built one before. But we collected a bunch of snow sheets, which wasn't too bad, and a bunch of snowballs to turn into snow blocks. Like the rest of the resource gathering, it was incredibly boring, but the snow wasn't really that useful for snow blocks, so I just decided to take out most of the snow blocks from the top of our mountain, since we're just going to build over it anyway, so we might as well put it to use. I lost some footage I thought I had, but I finished collecting all the blocks that we needed for the mountain. We're ready to build. It's very disorganized, but we're ready to go. I built this mountain on a separate test world, so we just built the mountain with the Axiom mod and turned it into a schematic with the Lightmatica mod. After building one of the main hills and the main paths, I decided to build it up a little bit further because I wanted to build an archway there at some point. I built a little bit of a lake, a small lake, then a hill to go above our house, extended the hills past our house to a little bit larger medium-sized hill. Moving on, I started working on a pathway to go behind the mountain. Fixed up a little bit of the hill that we built live on stream. Check that out if you want to see more of me building this world live. Off and on, I've had to go and collect more grass, but it was time to build the first 2 peaks of the mountain. And from there, I was neglecting the right side of the mountain, so we just pushed out some hills on the sides, moved it around towards the lake, finished out those hills and the main section of that part of the mountain. I did a little bit more of the front of the mountain, but I moved on to the right side just to keep the mountain even, just going along the edge of the mountain in a circle. I continued to raise the peaks of this mountain, adding in the snow of our 3rd largest peak, then moving on to our 2nd largest peak, we started putting in more snow blocks, also finishing off the boulder that sits above our waterfall. On the 8th day, we finally got to building the middle highest peak. I did lose a little bit of footage because I kept forgetting to turn on my flashback mod, but we finally started building the largest peak and the main peak of our mountain. This view is pretty satisfying, by the way. After finally finishing the final peak, it was time to put the snow sheets on. Now it was time to build our rock archway and our waterfall for our lake. I was recording this on flashback, but I don't know if I accidentally deleted it or if I just didn't ever record it on flashback and I was just hallucinating. But this was my favorite thing to build on this mountain besides the waterfall. For the waterfall, we mixed in white concrete and we mixed in pale oak to the top to make it look more foamy. We mixed around with the blue, so it's blue concrete and lapis lazuli blocks. We mixed the white glass and the white stained glass panes to give this wispy water look. On the left side of the hill, we have a large flat area that's on the coast of the river. This is where most of the buildings for our village will reside, so I just kept it fairly flat. There are a couple of rock formations just to spice up the nature scene, but this is where most of our buildings will be. I built a small path here. This will go up this hill or down this hill, maybe both. I did mix it with some grass and moss and dirt, so it looks like it was broken up a little bit, like this is an old path, just to add a little bit of story and mix it up. This is where most of our holes in the mountain is. We will fill all this in with trees once again, so pay no mind to that. This mountain here is fairly untouched. There are a couple of caves here. We might do something with that later on. There is a little break here. I built a little hill here. Up here, there's not much. This is just land. We haven't planned anything yet. We just have a rock. It's not a boulder. It's a rock. We'll build something up here at some point. Down here around the path, I built this custom little cave, like this small cave. I don't know what I'm going to do with it just yet. I don't know if I want to put storage in here or we'll turn this into something else, but it's just a small little overhang cave. Very caveman if you ask me. I did build a little rickety fallen bridge here. It just looks like it fell. I layered these signs just to wiggle a little bit to show that it was not the strongest bridge ever. Up here, this is where the path ends. There's nothing over here. At some point, I might build a waterfall that goes right into this cove, but for now, it's just the drop off. That's what this is. I actually want to check out this cave right here real quick. This looks a little interesting. Oh my gosh. This cave looks like it opens up to something massive. We definitely, oh my goodness, it goes deeper down. We are definitely building something in this cave for sure. This is gonna be something. We might do a similar project to what we'll do on the other cave. Oh my goodness, yep, this is gonna be a good cave to keep. We're keeping this one. Let's not get ahead of ourselves real quick. I didn't show any gameplay for this hill over here along the river, but this is what we did on live stream, and it just took me literally 15 minutes, I will say. It felt like 15 minutes at least, but we did all this on live. The trees here will not match what we're putting on the mountain. We have a lot better and bigger trees, but these were the first mock-ups. These were the first pine trees we built, and these will be the last. I am not building these trees again. I might be lying. This project took me about 2 weeks to finish, and it was completely worth it. This was the biggest project that I've ever tackled in my decades worth of Minecraft playtime. This was the second mock-up of the mountain too. Halfway through, I wanted to redo the whole mountain, so I tore it down and built something new because I didn't like the original version. It wasn't realistic enough for me, but I think this one was the best option for us. This was worth it. I was a little scared to try and do it over again. I didn't want to be lazy. I wanted to make a good mountain, and I'm very happy with how this one came out. Well, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. We finally finished and tackled our most anticipated build on this world, and probably our biggest. This build took me almost a month to plan and to finally execute, and with that, that is also our first video of 2026. I cannot wait to build what we are going to build on this mountain. I don't want to give away any secrets. If you want to show your own builds and your own experiences on Minecraft Survival, please join the Discord server, and the links are in the description, or it's the first pinned comment in our comment section. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!